I'm going to lock it up. Well, mute everybody.
Okay.
You can unmute yourself and let's get started.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you here on our platform. As usual, my name is Senge. This is Onpassive Go Founders. Our slogan is "We are in it to win it." So if you're a guest, I want to welcome you. If you're a returning founder and leader, thank you so much for coming, as usual, to support us to make sure that we make this happen. First off, before we start this webinar, you are going to be force muted to make sure that you get the information that you came here for. That said, the question and answer session is going to be at the end of the presentation. And if you want to ask a question, make sure that your video is open so we can be looking at you while you're looking at us. And of course, make sure that your microphone is open so we can hear you. That said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be starting this webinar. The young man, I call him, right? He's my brother. The young man that's going to be giving you this information is one and only, the only one that does it so well, ladies and gentlemen. You're in a good platform. His name is Mr. Charles Osong. He is a businessman. He has been one for over 35 years. He is a retired computer engineer, ladies and gentlemen. He has a grip and grasp of the information he's about to give you today. Stay put, settle in, because I have the honor right now to introduce to you the one and only Mr. Charles Osong.
Thank you very much, Senge. You are the best. You are one of us. You are enthusiastic. And I always say enthusiasm is contagious. Don't we all need that? I want to say good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're calling from. It's a great day for you, especially if you're a guest, because you're going to be introduced to a once upon a lifetime, or once in a lifetime, I should say, opportunity that you don't want to miss. The way I do this is I tell you my story. I tell you how I got to know about it and why I choose to be part of it. Hopefully, with that, you can resonate and then make your own informed decision. As the announcer just said, my name is Charles Osong. I have been in the United States for over 35 years. I'm in my 36th year and counting. And during that time, I've been working like everybody else, sometimes 2 jobs. I've mostly worked in the IT industry, in the computer industry for all that while I've been here. But I've always also looked at other ways to make money. About 34 years ago, I ran into the works of Mr. Warren Buffett. Mr. Warren Buffett, for those of you who don't know, is one of the wealthiest people on earth. I ran into his works and he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Now that has resonated with me. So each time I'm going to bed, I'm asking myself, am I making money? Am I not making money? It's just playing in my head. Started looking for ways to make that kind of money. And I also ran into the works of another gentleman, independently wealthy. His name is Robert Kiyosaki. Some of you may know him. He's famous for his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Mr. Kiyosaki impressed upon me that even though we do have rich people in this world, we also have something called wealthy people. The rich people tend to make money. They make a lot of money, but they have to go to work to make that money. In other words, they're trading hours for dollars, right? The wealthy people, on the other hand, they make money in their sleep. They make money passively. Okay, so I got interested in that kind of money. I decided to retire from my corporate America job on March 17, 2017. Okay, and I recall one of my colleagues asked me, Charles, how come you're retiring so early? You must have saved up a lot of money. And I said to him, on the contrary, I have been working for so long, and for some reason I can't seem to save up the kind of money that I would love to. So there has to be a different way. I thought of Robert Einstein, who says if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, that's his definition of insanity. So I said to myself, I wasn't going to be insane. I had to find another way. That's why I retired. I opened up an office in Maryland in the United States. And about 1 year and 9 months ago, a trusted friend of mine walked into my office and said to me, Charles, I have this opportunity that I want to share with you. And just so you know, prior to retiring, I had been studying rigorously the behavioral patterns of successful people. And one of the things that they do so well is that they examine every opportunity that lands on their desk so that they can make an informed decision. I had been trying to behave like one of them, of course. So I told my friend, I am going to look at this opportunity, that's for sure. But I need you to answer 3 questions for me. It's like a prerequisite. Before we move on, it's going to save you or me time, right? Question number 1. This opportunity that you're about to present to me. Am I going to be able to make money if I do not recruit a single person? If I cannot sell to even one person, am I still going to make money? Okay. And when I say money, I mean enough money to give me financial freedom, financial independence. And I know if I ask each and every one of you today what is financial freedom, you're going to give me a different definition. To me, it simply means I'm making enough money to do what I want, when I want, where I want, and how I want. Okay, so I asked my friend, with this opportunity, am I going to be able to make that kind of money if I cannot recruit because I'm an African and I simply do not know how to recruit? It's not in our culture, okay? It's not in our culture. My friend looked at me and said, Charles, you will. You will make plenty of money, I can assure you. I said, okay, that sounds good. Let's go to question number 2. Do I have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? Okay, in the industry, they call it ownership. Do I have to come out of pocket to pay a monthly ownership just so I can stay in business? He said, nope, Charles. When this company launches, you're going to have to come out of pocket once, and then you're done. I said, okay, this is sounding interesting. Let's go to question number 3. Very important question. It is the last but not the least. Okay? So before I share with you that question, I want to kind of let you know how I came about that question, right? So towards the end of 2016, I knew for a fact I was going to start working for corporate America. I coined those 2 questions that I just mentioned to you guys so as to help me navigate the jungle. They worked so well, at least for some time. I landed on some very, very good opportunities, I must confess. I was making so much money. I was so happy I thought I had arrived. But that didn't last very long. After about 1.5 to 2 years, all of these companies went out of business. They went belly up. I was forced to do another thing that successful people do so well. They fail forward. Failing forward simply means if you fall down once, you get up once. If you fall down 10 times, you get up 10 times. You dust yourself. You look at why you fell. And then you move forward with experience so that you do not repeat the same mistakes. I had to do that. Okay, and upon examining all these different companies that I was involved with that went out of business, I realized they all had one thing in common. Each and every one of them did not have a legitimate, viable product. By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. And this is for sustainability, folks. A company doesn't have that, it is a time bomb. For those of you who are here from Nigeria, you may have heard of a company called MMM. Came a few years ago. A few people made money. Lots of people lost money, tons of money. Some of them even committed suicide out of frustration. Guys, if you go back and look at MMM, they did not have a legitimate, viable product. They are not the only company. There are a bunch of them out there. And they pop up every day. In fact, I got hit by a couple of them a few days ago. I see them all the time. But my screening does work very, very well. So that became my 3rd question. I asked my friend, this company that you're about to introduce to me, do they have a legitimate, viable product? And he said to me, Charles, you have an IT background. You should be able to understand these products better than me. So I decided to take a look. Took a look at the products, came back to him, and I said, friend, should these people succeed in what they're trying to do, we're going to have a revolution. We're going to have a shake-up of the internet. Okay? But by the time my friend came to me, this company had been in pre-launch. They had been in pre-launch for 6 to 8 months. So I told him that we do have one problem. We are going to be in pre-launch much longer, at least 3 years, maybe more. And he didn't like that. He said to me, Charles, why would you say that? I said, well, you asked me to take a look at the products. I did, and I see it, and I understand what they're doing. They're trying to use artificial intelligence in every step of the development process. Artificial intelligence, for short, we call it AI. Guys, AI is a disruptive technology. And what is a disruptive technology? It's one that comes every once in a while. It'll change the way we do things. It'll change the way we live our lives. We don't have a choice. In other words, it's going to disrupt our lifestyles. That's why it's disruptive. AI is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But AI is very involved. It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves millions upon millions of lines of coding, for those of you who are familiar with software development. So that's why I told my friend, we're going to have to buckle our seatbelts. We're going to have to wait it out. But I also told him, I don't care how long we have to wait. I do not want to miss out on this opportunity. I had something called FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on a few opportunities earlier on in my life. I wasn't going to miss out on this one, no matter the length of time, no matter the cost. So I asked him, friend, how much is it going to cost me to be part of this opportunity? And I was expecting him to give me a big, huge figure like $10,000 or even more. I had my credit card ready, guys. In the United States, you don't need cash. All you need is credit. I had a few of those. But my friend told me, Charles, you won't believe it, but all you need is $97. 97. And I could not believe it for real. I said, you got to be kidding, right? He said, nope, I'm dead serious. Well, here's my credit card. Put me in. By the time we were done, I paid $102. So there's a $5 credit card, debit card fees. Big deal. I said, friend, consider that dinner for two. But I told him, I need you to do me a favor. I do not have 3 years or more to be monitoring this company. I need to put food on the table. So call me, text me, do whatever it takes. Let me know when they are closer to launch so I can get more involved. My friend said, deal. 8 months later, he gave me a call. Charles, can you make yourself available in 1 week's time? The CEO of this company wants to talk to all of us. And I said, sure. 1 week later, I hop on a call, and there was Mr. Ash Mufareh, who is the CEO and founder of this company. For those of us who have been founders for some time, we have come to know and love Mr. Mufareh. Not just because he will help us make money, and I can assure you, he will help us make a lot of money, but also, and more importantly, because of his heart. Okay, we have quite a few geniuses out there. We have quite a few people with the brains, like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, okay, Jeff Bezos. These guys all have the brains. But do they have the heart? When you come to join Onpassive, then you will find out that Mr. Mufareh has a heart for mankind. He loves humanity. He's trying to make the world a better place. So a bunch of us, a bunch of leaders like myself, we do resonate with him very, very well. But mind you, I was listening to Mr. Mufareh for the very first time ever. And I hop on and he says, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. In fact, we are closer to launch. So I got a little bit confused. I got thrown off by that. I said, wait a minute, it's just 8 months ago. And I told my friend, we're going to have to wait for some time. All of a sudden, he's saying we are ready to launch, right? And so he got my attention. I wanted to see what kind of magic they're doing. And then he went on and said, we've leased a building in Bangalore in India. Bangalore, for those of you who are familiar with India, is like the Silicon Valley. It's a high-rise building. We'll have 2 floors in that building, and we've hired 200 engineers, very, very tough, strong engineers. And these guys are working day and night to make sure our dream is realized. Okay? So I'm thinking, well, most startup companies are going to have 20 to 25 engineers. Most startup companies are going to have these engineers work 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 hours a day. I know, because I've been part of a few of those. This guy goes to the source. And when I say source, for those of you who are familiar with IT, you agree with me that Indians are the best in that game. So he goes to the source. And by the way, excuse me, labor is cheaper in India than it is in the United States. Way cheaper. Okay? So he gets the best. Excuse me, guys. One second. Okay, I'm sorry. Some distraction. So anyway, like I said, Mr. Mufareh goes to the source, gets the best of the best, and these guys are working not 8, not 9, not 10 hours a day. These guys are working around the clock. Okay? So in my head, I'm beginning to think, with this kind of a resource, yes, you can cut time frames. With this kind of a resource, yes, you can do in 2 years what is supposed to be done in 5 years. Okay? So I'm beginning to believe, I'm beginning to think, okay, this is serious. I went back, looked at everything they had done from the inception, from the time I got involved, how much energy, time, money they have spent. And I said, okay, we are in serious business. I started to believe. I looked up, they had just over 40,000 founding members. I believe earlier today when I checked, we had over 363,000 founding members. Guys, this was earlier on in this year. So you can imagine the way people are coming in. This is getting to be very, very serious. Okay? At the time though, when I looked up, I did not see a lot of African names in those 40,000 founders. And I'm from Africa and I was worried about it. And I said to myself, hey, why do we always have to miss out on these kind of opportunities? Okay? And so I said, no, I'm going to become a man on a mission. And I called a few other African friends, leaders that I know. And I said, folks, we need to get this out massively to our people. So some of them are here today. And we've been doing just that, trying to get this out. And if you're here and you're not from Africa, do not feel bad. We love you. We will work with you just like we work with everybody else. Okay? But we just wanted our people to share in this big pie. Okay? So we decided on Zoom. Thanks to technology, all you need is a smart device. It can be a phone, it can be a laptop. Okay? And you need internet access, data. Once you have that, you're on. So, what is this company I'm talking to you guys about? It's called Onpassive. Onpassive as in Victor, E as in Edward. Okay? And this name was not given by chance. It is a passive opportunity. Okay? That means when this company launches, you can come in, put your little money, and you're good to go. You can go on vacation and forget about it. Money in your bank account, day in, day out. Huge. Our founder and CEO, Mr. Mufareh, that I just mentioned to you guys a few moments ago, graduated with a master's in internet marketing and information technology. Okay? He has a knack for AI, that artificial intelligence, that disruptive technology I just mentioned to you guys. He is good. He is the best when it comes to traffic generation. Traffic is the key, guys. Traffic is a differentiator between Onpassive and any other company that's out there. Traffic is the reason I can dream today. Traffic is the reason I can invite you to dream with me today. Okay? So is that important? We're going to spend a couple of minutes to talk about it. What is traffic? Traffic is the single most important element in any business. Okay? It doesn't matter whether this business is offline or online. Well, most of us are familiar with offline businesses. So let's start right there. If you have a business offline, and I have the same business, okay? And it can be any business. It can be a car dealership. It can be a tire store, a barber shop, a hair salon. Doesn't matter. Let's just say that you have a restaurant and I have a restaurant, right? We all eat. So that's the best example. If your restaurant is located in a busy shopping area, people come in and out all the time. My restaurant is located in a back alley. It is hidden, but same identical restaurant, same kind of food, same chef, everything is the same. Your restaurant is going to fare better than mine, and here is why. People are going to come to that shopping mall area to do something else, whatever it is that brings them to the shopping mall. Maybe do their hair, do their nail, window shopping, whatever it is that brings them there. They are going to get hungry. They will look up, see a restaurant, going to wander into a restaurant. And the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, is going to suffer because people need to know that it is there. People need to leave their homes deliberately to come there and eat, right? So I get less traffic. What is traffic then? People, customers coming in and out of your business. Now, what about online? What is traffic online? But before I go there, I want to just say this. If you have that offline business in this day and age, well, you better get yourself an online presence. Otherwise, you will simply be smoked by your competition. Okay? Because the world has gone digital. The world has gone virtual. Okay? Now, the reverse is not true because you can have a very successful business online without an offline presence. A typical example is Amazon. Okay? So what am I saying in essence? Yes, we do have millions upon millions of businesses offline. But as many of those businesses that we have offline, we have more online. And those businesses online, they thrive on traffic too. They need traffic to survive. Without traffic, they go out of business. So what is this online traffic? Simple. Clicks, right? When you go online to buy anything, you must click first on that store, right? So you can have a business online. Let's say charlesoson.com. For you to make sales, and it doesn't matter what it is that you sell, people have to go there and click. No click, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. Okay? So our CEO and founder, because there are people online, all they do is drive traffic, customers to all those millions of businesses online. And they make a lot of money. So our CEO is the best in that game. I told you guys, Mr. Mufareh is the best when it comes to traffic. Nobody even comes close to him. He proved himself when he graduated. He joined a few of these businesses, drove lots of traffic to them, customers, affiliates. He made some millions doing that. These companies made tons of money. Unfortunately, most of them went out of business. Why? I told you guys earlier, no legitimate, viable products. It is a time bomb. Okay? So Mr. Mufareh and his family, notably his wife, who is also in IT, they're going to sit down and say, you know what? We do not need to keep doing this. We're going to have to stop doing this. We have AI. We can start our own. We don't have to keep sending our people or sending people to different companies. And these companies go out of business, leaving our people stranded, leaving us in the middle. We are going to start our own. We're going to have legitimate, viable products. We're going to have founding members, you and I, who drive traffic to them. They will make money. We shall make money. Everybody is happy. That's the birth of Onpassive, guys. And that is why I told you all, It's because of traffic that we can dream today. So Mr. Mufareh and his friends, about 3 years ago, they're going to sit down and say, hey, we are starting our own. We need some legitimate, viable products, online products and services. I'm going to use those interchangeably. Products, services, same thing. Okay? So, and I said 3 years ago, I wanted to keep that in mind because there was no COVID-19. There was no pandemic at that time. Okay? So they're going to sit down and say, hey, we have about 7.7 billion people on Earth. And at any point in time, statistics show that we have about 7 million people online doing something, looking for some kind of service. And that was 3 years ago. I can assure you today, if you do the same statistic, you try to take that statistic, multiply that number by 10, maybe more. But 7 million people 3 years ago, that was a lot. And so they're going to ask themselves, what are these people looking for? What kind of services are they looking for? Well, some of them are doing online banking, just like me. I do that sometimes twice a day. And I know a bunch of you do that as well. And when we do those things, there are people online that monetize on our services. And these guys at Onpassive, they're going to say, you know what? We can do that too. We have artificial intelligence at the back of our palm. We can create our own online banking even better than what they have and what anybody has. Okay? Some people online are doing what? E-commerce, drop shipping, email marketing, right? I guess, guys, there are people online making 6- and 7-figure income just doing email marketing. I know that. I thought about it once upon a time. And these guys are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can do it even better. Bulk emailing, we can do it even better. Well, some people online are just on their favorite social media platform, Facebook. Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company. Why? Just because people visit. Just because you and I go there. I love Facebook. We send texts, right? We send photos to our friends, colleagues, family members, classmates. Guess what we're doing? It is called community. And these guys are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can do our own community and we can do it even better. When you come and join us, guess what? Our community is already up and running and it is getting better and more by the second. Okay? Some people online are doing what? Video conferencing, just like you and I. What we are doing, if you're looking at me, you can see me, you can hear me, or both. It means you went to Zoom, you put in some numbers, some ID, and there you are. Guess what? The founders, the owners of Zoom, they are monetizing on our services. They are monetizing on you and I doing what we're doing. And Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype. We have any meetings. We have Google Hangouts. We have Cisco WebEx. We have Microsoft Teams. We have a plethora of them, more than 25 of them, making money. And they can't even meet all the demands of everybody. Okay? Zoom, of course, is still the most user-friendly. And because of that, it is the most popular. But not for long. You can wait until Onpassive unleashes its webinar platform, its video conferencing platform. It's going to make Zoom look like a joke. Those of us who have been founders for a while, we've been fortunate enough to see a demo. The pictures are clearer, 3D, it's more secure, end-to-end encrypted, it is more scalable, and above all, guess what? It is cheaper. Okay, so Onpassive, by the time we launch, Zoom, Skype, all those other players, they will know there's a new kid on the block. Trust me. Onpassive is going to help us monetize. So these guys are going to say, you know what, with AI, we can do even better. Now, let's focus on Zoom because Zoom is still the most popular today. Prior to COVID-19, okay, Zoom was averaging about 10 million participants every day. Now, April 1st of this year, 2020, the same company took a statistic. That number had risen to over 300 million participants a day. You can imagine what it is right now. Why do you think that's happening? Well, every university, high school, middle school, elementary school, asking students to take classes virtually. Okay? pastors, women of God, men of God, having Bible services virtually. I've seen virtual wake keepings, virtual weddings, virtual graduations. The world is going virtual. And Onpassive is simply going to help us monetize. Okay? Let's talk about another service. Virtual Private Network, VPN. Some of you may have heard that thrown around. What is a VPN? It's just a fancy name, folks. It's a fancy name given to a tunnel, an online tunnel. Okay? Employers use that so employees can access corporate data without fear of bad guys, without fear of hackers, without fear of loss of data. Ever since the advent of COVID-19, more and more companies are asking their employees to work from home. So when you hear somebody says, I'm telecommuting, it means what? They're working from home, they need some kind of VPN service, the company providing that service is monetizing on it. Okay? Now, about 15 weeks ago, the big IT giant, Twitter, came out and announced publicly, even after COVID-19, all our employees are going to have to work from home permanently. 5 days later, Facebook followed suit. And a lot of other companies have been doing the same thing. It's competition. Okay? Well, the world is going virtual. So these guys are Onpassive. They say, you know what? We have AI. We have mastery of AI. We have at the back of our hands. We are going to have our own virtual private network, AI driven from start to finish. It's going to be clearer. It's going to be more secured. It's going to be faster. And then above all, it's going to be cheaper. So when Onpassive launches, the big players in this space, such as Cisco Networks, they are going to know there's a new sheriff in town. Trust me. Now let's talk about another service, search engine optimization. Okay, SEO. Some of us may have heard of it, but guess what? Most of us know of Yahoo. Most of us know of Bing. I'm pretty sure all of us know of Google, right? Google is so popular these days, it has become a verb. So you can go to Google to search for something once, 10 times, 100 times a day, free of charge. You can go to Google to open a Gmail account, 1 of them, 10 of them, 100 of them, at no cost. Right? You can even get a Google voice over IP phone number, free. So it sounds like everything in Google is free. Yet, Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. The question is, how do they make that money? Most of us don't know, and frankly, most of us don't care because it's none of our business. But I want to share with you how they make money. Only because Onpassive is going to help us make money the same way that Google is making money. So if you go to Google to search for something, and it can be anything, it can be a phone, it can be a watch, but let's just say you are searching for a camera. I use camera because I have an online store. I do market cameras through Google, right? So if you go there and you search for a camera, a bunch of them will pop up, maybe 20, maybe 25. And one of them is going to be from my store. Well, if you happen to click on that camera from my store, at the end of the month, Google charges me for your click. At the end of the month, they tally up the number of clicks, the total clicks that goes to my store, and they just take it out of my credit card that they have on their file. Okay, so what's the contract? Google says, if you advertise your item with us, and the customer comes looking for that item, we're going to optimize our search, bring that item to the top, okay, so that they can see it, eyeballs. Our job is done. If they buy, they don't buy, none of our business. And they call it pay-per-click. A small business guy like me, I am almost insignificant when it comes to business online. But I'm paying Google averagely $400 every month. I'm paying Microsoft averagely $600 every month. Why am I paying Microsoft? Simple. Bill Gates is a visionary. He knows that this SEO thing is big. He doesn't have time to start a brand new company. Okay? He buys an existing one called Bing. He revamps it, and people like us pay him every month. I'm also paying Zoom for this service that we're on. I'm paying Zoom $200 every month. Okay, I'm paying GoDaddy for domain name service. So those are just a few services that I'm paying online, right? And like I said, I'm a small business guy. So you can imagine what the big players, you can imagine what the Walmart, the Home Depot, the Craigslist, okay, Amazon, all these companies, you can imagine what they pay these search engine optimizers. You can imagine what they pay Google. That's how come Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. Okay, now these guys are Onpassive with AI. If you remember when Google first started, AI was not that popular, right? It was just coming into the scene. These guys are starting with AI every step of the way. Much better, AI driven, much smarter. By the time you type the first character, it already knows where you are headed. I can assure you guys, when Onpassive launches, those players in this space, Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, they are going to know there's a new kid on the block. Okay? Now, I spent some time talking about these services that we can relate to. Onpassive has more. Onpassive has over 50 of them. What is Onpassive doing? One, legitimate viable services online. Anything that any business person, whether you're an individual, a small business, big business, as long as you need it online, we have it. So if you're here today and you go online, whether it's through your smartphone or whatever, you are going to need Onpassive. You can become a founder today, or you can wait and become a customer of Onpassive. You are going to need something from Onpassive, I can assure you. Okay? So, I spent time talking about the products, because the product is the best thing ever. The product is what makes a company sustainable. Once the products are there, they are legitimate, they are viable, people need it on a daily basis, the money will come. Okay? I know a bunch of you here are founders already. Some of you, the guests, are soon to be founders. And when you become founders, you're going to get excited. I can guarantee you, you will get excited. And when you get excited, here's what happens. You tell your friends, your family members, hey, I found this company. It looks great. And they're going to say, what is this company? And you say, well, it's called Onpassive. And some of them might say, are you serious? Do they even have a product? Guess what? I've heard that. I've seen that. So here's what you tell them. We have a total internet solution. Or you can say a total IT solution. A total digital solution. Same thing. Total internet solution. Total IT solution. Total digital solution. Same thing. Onpassive itself calls it Smart Business Solution, SBS. And I'm going to take you to our ecosystem, our website, onpassive.com, public info. And I'll show you that ecosystem, right? Just for a few seconds at the end of the presentation. Okay, huge. So I told you guys earlier, you do not have to talk to one person. You do not have to sell to one person to make money with this company. You do not have to come out of pocket every month to be in business. And then above all, you have the most important, most valuable digital products on earth today. I don't know of any company that has better products. Well, all three of these in one company, you'll be hard pressed to find it. So how much is it going to cost you with a company like this to become a founder, to become a founding member? Well, when my friend came to me just over a year and 9 months ago, it was $97. And guess what? You're fortunate. It is still $97. But not for long, I can assure you, because we are soon to hit soft launch. Soft launch means we're going to be testing out our traffic, okay, until launch. But when soft launch hits, the first thing that will happen, that $97 becomes $149. So if you're here and you're still not a founder, get back to whoever invited you, become a founder and save yourself a few bucks. Okay? If you're familiar with Richard Branson, the CEO of Virgin Atlantic Airlines, he said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you don't understand it, jump on it and then learn about it later. Okay? So this is an amazing opportunity that somebody, some friend, some family member has invited you to. Jump on it. And it gets better with us. Why? Because you come in after 30 days, you don't like it, well, your money is refundable. Just, I want my money back. I want a refund. No question asked, your money will be refunded. Guess what? The CEO, Mr. Mufareh, even made it better. Even after 30 days, you still want your money back, you will get it. No questions asked. Okay? No company does that unless they know what they have. Well, you pay that $97. What happens next? Financially, nothing happens next. You can get excited. You can bring your friends and family if you want to share the wealth, which is what we encourage everyone to do. Okay? They can come to a meeting like this. You can come with them, show them what it is. But monetarily, you don't have to spend one penny until the company launches. Okay? When this company launches, which is very, very soon, pretty soon. And I want you, if you're a guest, I want you to sit up because this is the meat of this presentation, right? When this company launches, there will be no more founding positions available. It is gone permanently. It is gone once and for all. So your timing, your positioning could not have been better. Okay? Well, I told you guys about our AI traffic. The traffic is going to be going around distributing customers and or resellers to all its founders, right? So customers can come in, resellers can come in, but no more founders. However, we, the founders, we are going to be the company's first customers. That's it. So all those products that I mentioned to you, those services, there are more than 50 of them. I gave you a few of them: VPN, SEO, online banking, okay, and there are more: website builders, trim URL, IP tracker, okay, a bunch of them, over 50 in one place. Onpassive has put them in a bundle, and that bundle is what our customers are going to be getting. And because we are founders and we are the first customers, we are also going to get that bundle. How much is that bundle going to cost? We don't know the exact amount yet for strategic reasons, but we do know it's going to be between $100 and $250. So no more than $250, no less than $100, somewhere in between. If you are like me, in my head, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to put $250 on the side. That's it. In the event it costs less than $200, less than $250, let's say it costs $200. Well, I just save myself $50. What if it costs $150? I just save myself $100 for dinner. Dinner for two, right? Okay. So put in your head $250. It could be less, between $100 and $250. Well, upon launch, we are going to go in and select that bundle, right? As Onpassive founders. Now, just so you know, it is a monthly subscription. We are here, I am here, because we want monthly residual income, passive, money while you sleep. But you cannot have monthly residual income without monthly subscription. The two go hand in hand. Well, we are very fortunate, however, because we are founders. So even though it's a monthly subscription, we are only going to have to pay once upon launch. Subsequently, Onpassive is going to pick up the tabs. Onpassive is going to pay our subscription month in, month out from our profits. And the balance, guess what happens to it? We take home. So, for example, say month one, first month, and you come in and you pay $250. Let's say that. Okay, you start getting commissions almost instantly. By the end of the month, let's say you make $500. Well, $250 comes out of your $500, pays your monthly subscription, $250 you can take home. And that happens month in, month out. Okay, I told you guys earlier, you do not have to recruit to make money with this company. Yet, those of you who are guests, you were invited here by a friend. You're invited here by family member. So you might be wondering, what's in it for that friend? What's in it for that family member? Let me give you a couple of scenarios so you can figure this out. We are all trying to be founders. We are all founding members. Founder A and Founder B. Founder A is like me. He has a big family. Because I do have a big family in the United States and outside of the United States. When I find something interesting like this, I want them to benefit as well. So I'm going to give them the net rather than give them fish. Okay? So Founder A is like me, has a big family. He finds out about Onpassive. He said, wow, this is amazing. And he tells his friends and family, 50 of them. Well, 10 of them say, oh, that sounds good. The other 40 says, hey, it's one of those things, forget it. Okay. So he gets 10 people in his team. We say monkey see, monkey do. Those 10 people, a few of them talk to their family members. Before you know it, 10 get 12, 12 gets 15, 15 gets 20. Before you know it, founder A has a team of 100 founders. Well, founder B says, Mr. Charles said it's a passive opportunity. I don't have to share. Okay, no problem. Well, here's what happens upon launch. Onpassive has pledged to build all its founders' teams. So that AI traffic that I mentioned to you guys is going to be going around bringing in customers and or resellers. And they're going to be depositing those customers under founder A, founder B, founder C, founder D, founder E, founder F. You're going to come back around by the minute. Okay. So what about at the end of the month? Let's say founder B, who went on vacation, gets 100 customers. Give it to him by AI traffic. Well, founder A also gets 100 customers, right? They're both founders, equal stages. No founder has more stages than the other one in Onpassive. Everybody is equal. So founder A also gets 100 customers. Remember, founder A has 100 other founders in his team that deserve 100 customers each as well. So that's 100 times 100 to me says 10,000, right? So founder A has 10,000 customers plus his 100 customers, 10,100 customers that he's going to monetize on. Founder B, on the other hand, has 100 customers to monetize on. Pretty hefty. He went on vacation, right? So now I can assure you, when you monetize on 10,100 customers, it's a heck of a lot more than when you monetize on 100 customers. And it is fair. So what is Onpassive saying? Yes, we're going to build every founder's team when we launch. But what about if you want to start building your team even before we launch? Well, you will be glad you did, because you will be rewarded, and you will be rewarded abundantly. Simple. That's it. Now, the one-time subscription money I told you between 100 and 250 upon launch, Onpassive also guarantees that money lifetime. How can you beat that? What does that mean? Well, upon launch, we, the founders, we select that bundle. We have 7 days to make payment. Okay? And we're going to be seeing activity. You see customers deposited underneath you. You see some commission. You cannot withdraw it because you haven't yet paid. We have 7 days. You can test out the services. You can test out the VPN. You can test out the website builder. You can test out anything you want. You have 7 days. And then you're going to make a choice. I want to continue or I don't. If you decide to opt out, no problem. But what if you decide to commit? Onpassive says, give us 90 days, 3 months. If you don't like what you see, you don't like the kind of money we're paying you, we will get your money back. We will give you a refund. Huge. Okay? I haven't seen it happen before, but it's huge. No company does that unless they are confident they know what they're doing. I did promise you I was going to take you to that our onpassive.com website, which is really still work in progress, but it is there. You can see it. It's public information, right, guys? If you are home, you can simply go to onpassive.com at your own spare time, okay? Scroll to the middle of the page, okay? Scroll to the middle of the page, and you're going to see Onpassive, our proprietary products, public info, digital marketing, right? I talked about that. Traffic, we talked about that. Video conference, we talked about that. We spent some time on that. VPN, we talked about that. Website builder, hey, these are all AI-driven hands-free tools, guys. If you're a business person, small or large, all you need is a push of a button, a click, and things start rolling for you. Onpassive Connect Me is a suite of about 6 products. Okay, our webinar platform that I mentioned to you guys is part of that. We have SMS, MMS. For those of you who use WhatsApp, you use Telegram, we have something even better. There's email marketing. We talked about that, right? IP tracker. This in itself can be a multi-billion-dollar business, guys. Huge. Now, domain name, domain registration. I told you guys I'm paying GoDaddy. Upon launch of Onpassive, I can kiss GoDaddy goodbye. Staff manager. There are companies out there. Oracle Corporation, PeopleSoft. Once Onpassive launches, these companies will know There's a new kid on the block. I can assure you that. Guys, when you have some time, you can go take a look at that. And I'm going to say one more thing, and then we'll go to Q&A. Okay? There is risk in every business, and Onpassive is no different. What is our risk? Our risk is $97. And the CEO has made it even better by promising a refund if you don't like it. Yet, some people can say, I don't want to part with $97 for whatever reason. If you're one of those, no problem. You can still make money with Onpassive without paying the $97. Keep it to yourself. Do not become a founder today. Wait until launch. The founding position is closed. You can even wait 6 months after launch, 1 year after launch. You can come in as a customer and or a reseller. You wouldn't have to pay $97. You're still going to make some money with Onpassive, I can assure you. The only difference is you're not going to make nearly as much money as the founders. All of these big guys out there like Google, Facebook, Amazon, you can still make money with them. All you got to do, go out there, buy some shares with 2 years, with 3 years, sell your shares, and you may be lucky enough to double your money, maybe triple your money, or even quadruple your money. But you're not going to become a millionaire, let alone a billionaire. The millionaires and the billionaires are made when you get in at the embryonic stage. The millionaires and the billionaires are made when it is still an ideology and you jump in, you take that leap of faith. By the time the world knows about it, you have already made your money. You wait until the world knows about it. Too little, too late. Okay? So, having said that, I believe, in a nutshell, I've given you enough information to make an informed decision to become one of us. And if you think you have enough to make that decision to take that leap of faith, get back to whoever invited you, okay? So they can show you how to become one of us. And we will welcome you to the family and we'll work with you until the end. If you still have some questions in your head, you need some clarification for whatever reason, hey, hang around. The webinar is officially ended, but we are going to wait and answer each and every question that you may have. I have with me today Ms. Marina Favid, who is our African representative in corporate, in Onpassive corporate. She represents each and every one of us in or from Africa, okay? So she's with me. She comes in every now and then when she has a time. As you can imagine, she's pretty busy, okay? But she's here today, so she's going to be taking those questions with me. But before we do that, I always like to give her a chance to add a word or two, just, for you to know a little bit more about this amazing opportunity. Miss Marina, are you there?
Hi, Charles, I'll be with you in 1 second. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Before you do that, let me just say this, guys. If you're going to ask a question, please be sure to turn on your video, right? Because I see a lot of people don't have their videos on. Some don't even have their names. We need to have your name. We need to have your video on. We don't want to be seeing iPhone or Samsung Galaxy. That doesn't even make sense because we're one big family, okay? So we're going to speak cordially with each other. Just make sure you can be seen. If you don't want to turn your video on, it is okay. Just be on listen mode only. That's fine.
Sorry, Charles.
Okay, there you are.
There we go. Hello, Africa. Hello, world. Tell me how you're doing. Yeah, it's been awesome. We've had back-to-back meetings and phone calls, and there's a lot of traction and momentum happening with Onpassive. I'm just checking. Can you all hear me and see me? Okay. Well, Charles, you can answer.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay. Because
it's better than yesterday, actually.
Hey, I was in a hurry to get the message across by the sounds of things because I sounded like a train. Anyway, but now it seems like my speaker's okay. It's not giving me an error. Yes, we've just come off a meeting with Stephen Watson, who's in Jamaica, and Jacob, who's in Namibia. And they've both got a heart for Africa and the African people. And, it's also, everyone's just got a heart for Africa because we are a wonderful country. We've got such diversity in different people and languages, and really, really awesome. And, Charles, just like he's on a mission to get as many people, Africans, in on passive. You know, we all are. And it is definitely, this is the only opportunity that I've come across, and, you know, just hearing what everyone else has to say, it's the only opportunity that has longevity, that, you know, when you get in, this is it, hey? It is the final destination. If you are in other online businesses and you're wanting to get traffic to it, Onpassive is the answer for you. If you're a company and you are looking to market your business, or have an HR management system to run, keep control of all your staff and what have you, Onpassive has got it. If you're just looking to have webinar meetings with family and friends because of COVID-19 now, and I still know people that are separated from their families, they can't get back to their families, and without the likes of Zoom or webinar platforms, could you imagine what life would be like during these times? Now, Onpassive they've thought about everything, and it almost feels like, it was divine intervention before COVID, because nobody knew that COVID was going to happen. And when we got hit with the COVID pandemic, everyone said, wow, Onpassive is the only answer. It's like the perfect solution for the crisis that we found ourselves in. But Ash had the vision before the crisis, and it's just getting better and better. And when we see the products that are coming out, we can just, like what Charles went through, he just touched base, like this, that. That's just a generic idea of the type of products that we do. But when you're a founder and you really plug in and you attend the private webinars, that's where you really get the saucy bits. And our CEO, Ash Mufareh, goes through certain products, not all of them. He likes to tease us and keeps us waiting for more info. But just over the last 2 webinars that we had, wonderful, wonderful products. The O Connect, fantastic. It's the webinar platform, unlimited hosts, unlimited attendees. So you can have like a one-on-one or 6,000 or 6 million people on your webinar. That's unheard of. You can have unlimited hosts and a doodle whiteboard. All the hosts can share their different screens. And, that's just that product in a nutshell. The Academy, perfect for homeschooling. So many people are forced to study and from home, and teachers have lost their jobs, and this would be perfect for teachers to start giving training their students online, and they can be making money, so they have an extra stream of income. That's just one little idea of what you can do with the Academy. It's just absolutely amazing. I was really blown away when I saw everything that the Academy product, that's just one of the products that we're going to have. And that on its own, people would pay thousands of dollars for, to have access to it, and with all the features that comes with it. So, I always say all I can say. I've never got all I can say. It never comes down to an all I can say. It's just a figure of speech that I use, which is, I must actually change it because there's so much to say. But I try to keep it limited. My passion for this business is nothing like I've ever felt before getting into a business. Other opportunities that I've been in, I was excited for a little bit and attend the webinars, and it's all this hype, and it's like, oh, boom, 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 because when you realize it's really hard. It's really hard if you're not a builder and you don't understand algorithms, and you don't understand traffic, and you don't know how to advertise and how to get your targeted audience and what have you. I wasted a lot of money just playing around thinking I knew what I was doing because I watched a YouTube video. I can tell you it's not that easy. And I also paid for a course to help me learn how to do targeted traffic and how to advertise. It was so detailed, and there's so much information. And I'm sure that information that I received about a year ago or more is completely outdated now, because the algorithms on the internet, Facebook and Google, keep changing and you can't keep up. But the nice thing is, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about what you know. If you're a fundi, if you know exactly what you're doing online, but you're just looking for another opportunity, Onpassive is for you. If you have been retrenched, if you lost your job, if you are going, if you're retiring next year or whatever the case is, Onpassive is for you. If you own a large corporate business, or if you're a director or CEO of a large corporate enterprise, Onpassive is for you and your company. It's literally every single person that has a smartphone, a mobile smartphone, a laptop, a desktop, iPad, tablet. Onpassive, you will be using one of Onpassive's products, whether you like it or not. So rather get in now as a founder for $97. I was mentioning in the earlier webinar, Red Redfin posted something about, let me read it to you guys so that I don't mess it up, because I just want to, it was just quite funny, you know, and it's so true, because, you know, we're always searching for different things. We're searching for ways to make money online. We're searching to learn how to market, you know, and there's just so many products. Like if I had to just start, if I had to actually apply myself and say, right, I'm going to spend money on advertising, I'm going to get all the funnels, the list is never ending. Email marketing campaigns is one company, ClickFunnels is another company, advertising is another company. Oh gosh, I don't even know what all is required because I don't know. But each one is a few dollars, a few $100, you know, it all depends. The Zoom webinar is another expense. So the expenses just keep adding up. And like Charles was saying, he's spending hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. I'm sure it's thousands, because you've got a business as well and an online business. It all costs money. Onpassive is doing that for us. So here's this message that Red Redfin put through. It was a list of all our products, pretty much the 50 products that we have. And he said, I had to laugh. Looking through Facebook this morning, like you do, I saw a post from one of my friends for an event by a well-known guru. I think I know who the guru is, coming up at the end of December and helping you to market online. Now, that in itself is nothing special, but the early ticket, so this is only if you get in early, price for the this 2-day event is $97. And $97 just to try and learn how to market with no guarantees of being able to do so after, and probably a whole load more to pay after you're in, because that's what they do. They, you know, give you something that's affordable and you think it's good value for money, you join, and then guaranteed they will be upsold to a fortune. Right, where was I? With no guarantees. So after, and probably a whole lot more, there we go. If you want this product or that tool, this got me to think about Onpassive and what our CEO, Ash Mufareh, has put together for us. Exactly the same price, $97. Some may say, well, what's the difference? For a start, you are getting your own founding member position and placed in a business that will make you money month in and month out. Plus, we get to use all the tools listed in the picture below, and the best of all, Onpassive will do all the marketing for you. Yes, you don't have to do anything because we pay Onpassive to market and drive traffic to our business with the one-time subscription, and then you never have to pay again after that once you've got 3 people in your team or as a customer under you. You know, this is really a gift from above, and nothing can compare. I'm not saying that there's bad business. There's a lot of bad business out there, but there's also a lot of good business. But in order to succeed, you have to spend a lot of money, and you really have to know what you're doing. And that is why a lot of people lose a lot of money online, because it's just, you know, human error, and we just don't know enough. You only know what you know. And if you haven't been surrounded by online, a lot of people have found themselves in online business this year only. But before, I mean, they might have just had a Facebook account, or a lot of people didn't even know what WhatsApp was, and Telegram. People are still saying, what is that? So yes, I'm not sure what else is out there that I haven't come across yet. But there's always something new with technology and connecting people and what have you. But Onpassive says, Ash Mufareh says, if you need it in business, we will either create it or perfect it and build it from the ground up. All our tools are proprietary. Everything Onpassive is doing has never been done before and never seen before. So what our little brain can comprehend about business, it's nothing like any other business you've seen. Onpassive is unique in every way. It's revolutionary, and it has disruptive technology that is going to shake up the internet, and it's going to be a paradigm shift. And you want to be part of it for $97, which is a 100% lifetime money back guarantee. Our CEO said, if you want a divorce, the marriage is over, I'll give you back what you came in with, your $97 back. You know, he doesn't want people in his business, as you know, that who he's sharing the wealth with and sharing the vision with, that doesn't want to be here. He wants positive people. And, you know, when you're surrounded with positive people, you know, if you look at the situation that we find ourselves in with the COVID-19 pandemic, it's really sad. It's a horrible, a lot of bad things have happened to a lot of good people. But you know, with Onpassive, it's been that hope right through that's kept us going, that made us realize, thank goodness for Ash Mufareh and his team, who has he's a visionary. You know, I don't know if Ash knew that something like this was going to happen or expected disasters like this. I'm not saying he's a, what is the word? I can't remember now, like a Nostradamus or something. I'm just saying, you know, he's a visionary. He sees what people need, and he saw that the internet could change people's lives, and that's exactly what he's done. And he's made it so affordable for all of us. You know, for some people, $97 is a lot of money, but it's achievable. You know, if you just applied yourself and you put your mind to it to say, I want to do this. There's a young guy, Gert Berger. He's from South Africa, but lives in the UK. He's only 16 years old. And in the UK, you can have your own business when you're 16. And his mom signed up with Onpassive, and he used to watch the webinars with her. And he realized that, hey, I need to get into this. So he decided, you know, his mom was willing to pay his position for him, but he said, no, I want to do this on my own. He wanted to own it, you know, which was actually so cool. It was really cool. And for 2 weeks, he went and he walked dogs, and he washed windows and did whatever he can, so that he could come up with the $97. Well, it was £80 if you're in the UK. And, you know, he's become a real little YouTuber now. And, you know, he's 16 years old, and he understands that he needs to look after his future. And he knows that Onpassive he's going to be a multimillionaire. You know, by the time he's in his 20s, he's going to be smiling. So, you know, think about him as your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews. You know, you don't have to be a working adult to be in this business. Even if you have got children or that are underage, you can open an account for them. And now with Christmas around the corner, next week, literally, what better gift to give a loved one than a gift of financial security, total freedom. That's our CATMO, which is total time and money freedom, you know. And I just think that it would be the best possible present, even though people don't understand the value of it right now. They will, you know, in a very few short months, they will see that, wow, I should have listened, or I should have paid more attention, or what have you. So, you know, just look around you, think about who you have not shared this opportunity with. If you don't want to sell, you don't have to. You just direct them to one of these webinars, and you know, we will always try and help them understand. We always open up to questions and answers, as Charles said now. And you know, if you've got any questions, we're here to help you to understand. And you just need to bring them to. You just need to send them the link and say, I've joined this business, or I'm thinking of joining. What do you think? Watch this with me. And let them make an informed decision on their own. You don't need to push them. You know, we're not here to convince anybody or force anyone to join. We are just sharing a fantastic once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we just don't want anyone that we love or care about to miss out on this opportunity. And it just goes further than that, because when you're driving down the street or walking down the street and you see the chaos around you, the evil around you, the poverty, the brokenheartedness, we can make that difference in these people's lives and start helping Ash Mufareh with Onpassive, with this movement, turning poverty into prosperity, step by step, you know. So yes, it is AI with heart. Our CEO is heart for humanitarian heart, and he just really cares about people and all of us, you know. So I just encourage you all to come on board and, you know, get plugged in. We're here to help you and enjoy your experience and your journey with Onpassive, because we are making history together. Thank you, Charles.
Okay, thanks, Marina. Hope you guys paid close attention to that because we're into something life-changing. Now we're gonna go to Q&A. Senga, are you still there?
I am here, Mr. Charles. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had to unmute myself. I'm sorry, people. We're gonna take. I don't see any hands raised on the grid, so I'm going to take the hand that is raised on the participant board. Morecambe, Andreas, are you there? Morecambe, you can unmute yourself. Morecambe, I don't think Morecambe is there.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, greetings to all.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Okay, go ahead with your
Yes.
question.
Yeah, I'm a new member.
Yes.
So I've been discussing with some friends.
Okay.
And they're asking me some questions.
Yes, sir. When you say you're new,
first of all, do you have a video?
Let me see. I think it's worrying me. Can I just continue?
Okay, go ahead. Where are you calling from?
So, from Limbe.
okay.
Okay.
Limbe, Cameroon.
Okay.
Congratulations on becoming a founder.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. So you're pretty new, huh? 2 days, 3 days? How old?
No, I paid my money 2 days, just 2 days ago.
And you're already talking to friends. Wonderful. Okay.
So the question, I've been talking with my friends.
Okay.
And the question they asked me is, what do you have concretely to show that you are a member or you are a co-founder? What do you have? What can you show? What do you have to show that you are a member, that you are a co-founder?
Morecambe, when you signed, when you paid for your position, remember there was a form, an NDA that you had to sign and check, and then you could only get access to the back office. Do you remember that?
This one takes me to my next question.
Because that
the NDA you talk about, is it signed automatically by Onpassive or is signed by me?
You had to sign it. It was already signed by Onpassive, and then you had to sign it when you came in.
Okay, because I'm confused there. Because the person who the upline, I don't know how you call it, the person who invited me told me that I shouldn't bother, that I should not worry, that it is signed by Onpassive automatically.
Okay, so let's take a break. Did he sign it for you, or did you sign it by yourself?
I've not seen it. I've not signed it. What he told me was that I should not bother, I should not worry, that it is taken care of by Onpassive.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So when you came, did you register? Did he register for you and pay for you, or you did it?
No, he said I should send. I sent him the money.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Have you been able to visit your back office since you signed up?
No, I'm not really used to all those things. As I said, I don't know.
All right. So I'm guessing that he may have put your initials or something on your behalf. So basically what happens, here's the process, okay? It seems to me that he did everything for you. You need to get back with him. Here's the process. He sends you a link. You fill it, 4 pieces of information, and then they send you a verification email. Did you get that email, or did he do it for you? You have to get a verification email to go and check.
No, he just told me to send me my email. That's all. All what you're saying, I've not seen. I just send my names. I send my name and my email. Finish.
Did you send him the password to your email also?
No.
So maybe you are not even yet a founder. So
yeah, I don't think he's been accepted yet, Moken, because you have to verify your email. If you check your email, you'll see an email from GoFounders. That's the link where it says click here to verify your email. Once you verify, it then takes you to the payment option. And if he's paying for you, you need to be at that stage where you verified your email. Until then, he won't be able to make the payment. Then once he's made the payment, either you give him authority to sign your NDA, you can do that, or you sign it when you log back in, and you will get a copy of your NDA in your profile. But right now, it doesn't sound like you have access to your back office yet, because it doesn't sound like you've been accepted yet.
Okay, so what you tell your friends is that the proof is that you will sign a non-disclosure agreement. That's what we call NDA, right? Before you can access your back office. And when you sign that, the world has gone digital, right? They're going to store it for you digitally in your back office. But you can print it out if you want. You can go there and print out and have a hard copy, because most of us are still used to the old ways of having a printed copy. Because I can assure you, when they're asking you that, they want to see some piece of paper. That's what they want to see. But most of us, those of us in the digital world, I can't remember the last time I even saw a check. I can't remember the last. I don't even all my bills are paid digitally. I don't even. Sometimes I have to remember the check emails. I mean, mails, regular mails. See? So what will happen is you will sign digitally. It'll be in your back office, and once you log in, if you want a physical copy of it, you can print it out. So that's what you have to show.
Okay. If you don't mind, I have two more questions.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, the first one, how long does it take for you, for your central system to register somebody? I mean, I thought something it will be 1 day or so, 1 day highest.
It takes less than 5 minutes.
It depends on your payment method as well. If you're paying
there's a difference between registering and paying. Are you talking about paying or just registering?
No, I'm saying that I've already paid. I've sent the money to the person. And I'm saying now, how long does it take for me to become a member?
Have you talked to the person? Maybe the person has already made you a member. We don't know. Have you talked to the person?
No, I talked to him.
One thing we do know is that you have to verify your email. So either you have sent him your email account, how to get into your email and verify on your behalf, or you have to go in yourself and verify.
No, as I told you, I've already sent him my email address. My email.
No, you need to just check your email. Check your email.
No, I've checked. I've been checking. There's nothing there.
From GoFounders.
It comes from GoFounders. So find out from him. Have you registered me already, or have you sent me the link to register? Find out from him. That's the first thing.
All right. So the next question is: it looks like to pay our money is a bit complicated. The way I look at it, because I don't know, it's complicated. Why is there no easier way? Because if I want to get friends, I'll never want them to send me money. I want to show them how to pay. Even if they're paying using my link, I'll tell them that pay using this link.
Why did you send him money?
No, see, the thing is, Marina, here's the thing. The person that did it for him is what is making him confused.
Yeah.
Because it is not complicated, my friend. It's just the way that that person did it for you. So you need to understand. Okay, that person, if I were that person, I would not have done it the way that he did it. Okay? What I would do is I will send you the link, my link. You will then sign up, which takes less than 2-3 minutes. Okay? And after you sign up, I will then tell you where to go to make a payment.
Okay.
Okay? And then you go make your payment using your own Visa card or MasterCard or whatever you have back there, right? And then once you make the payment, the next thing is you log into there and you sign the NDA we're talking about. That's it.
Okay.
And then it's duplicatable. The next person that comes in, you show them the same process. So it goes around, it's duplicatable.
Yeah,
you didn't do it right, that doesn't mean that that's how it works. It's not complicated.
There's definitely different ways of making payments. You can use your debit or credit card. You can pay with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, any of the cryptos. You can pay with Cash App and MoneyGram. So there are definitely different ways of making your payments.
The thing is, from Cameroon, you cannot pay with Cash App from Cameroon. I wouldn't advise you to send a money order of MoneyGram.
Yeah,
so
but
basically, in Cameroon, you have
those.
Exactly. So basically, what we advise is Bitcoin. Most people, of course, don't know Bitcoin, right? Or Litecoin or any of those cryptos. So
we don't know it here.
Exactly. So you are left with just paying with your user or your debit card. And it is very duplicatable. We just have to do the same thing and show everybody else to follow suit.
Mokan, Charles, when is your onboarding meeting?
When is it? On Sundays.
Yes.
Sundays. There's an onboarding
Sundays.
meeting. So once you've registered, Charles and Dr. Emnitz, I think it is, that goes through the onboarding. So as a new founder, they'll go through step by step of how to get to your back office, how to do your links, what to do, and then how to do, you know, the business with other people and how you would use your links and where to find them.
Okay. Anyway, the person, he told me that by Friday, I'll be registered.
And today is, I wonder why it's so long. Okay, well.
I don't know. They just said that by Friday, the process will go through.
It doesn't normally take that long. So don't think that it is complicated. It is not complicated. It can take 5 minutes or less. Okay?
Okay.
So
once you come, yeah. How did you send him money?
I sent it if I sent it to his lawyer in Cameroon, then the lawyer now had to send it to him.
So did he receive
so maybe he hasn't received it yet. Maybe he hasn't received the money. Maybe he's waiting to receive it. So we don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So that's why I'm saying that it's good to have a direct way that you pay directly.
We have it. We have a direct way that you can pay directly. You could have. No. Do you have a Visa card back in Cameroon?
No, I don't have.
Okay, maybe that's why.
That's
so
why
you don't have a Visa card. That's probably why. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I put have money. This is mobile money there. It doesn't go.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Let me just ask something. Mr. Mokum, are you there?
I'm here, madam.
Just a little note that people in Cameroon have to take care of. Let me let you know that there is a webinar, a live meeting happening in Douala this coming Saturday again at 10:30 a.m. in French and at 12:30 p.m. in English. You can actually tell your people to go there and attend this webinar, and they'll teach you on site exactly how to process. Actually, they can do it for you on site right there, okay?
Okay.
The registration right there for those that haven't registered yet.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And we're going to post that that meeting information right now on the chat. Is Dr. Benny on? Dr. B, are you there?
Is it? Well, it's simple. It's in Somatel Hotel.
Somatel Hotel, yes.
Bali, Douala, so.
Dr. Benny, can you please post that meeting schedule, the Douala meeting schedule that's going to be happening this coming weekend, Saturday?
I would like him to give me his email. I mean his phone number, so I can send it to him if it is okay.
That'll be fine. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir. How do I send you the phone number?
The chat.
Can you send it through this chat, please?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
There's somebody with a hand up, Senge. I don't know if you're seeing him.
I don't see a hand up. Where is it? I'm on page.
Physically, he was doing it. I don't know if he's still there.
This is page 1.
You see Rosalind? You see Rosalind? Okay, first of all, it was Simon. Let's take Simon first. He was the first one.
First. Go ahead, Simon.
Okay. You come next, Rosalind.
Yes. No, sir. You need to unmute yourself. I gave you.
Unmute yourself, sir.
Okay. There you go.
Was saying, although you
Mr. Simon, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I said what I'm thinking. What more? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Just so, can you speak a little bit louder or get closer to the microphone? Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me now.
That's better.
Oh, okay. What I was just saying is what Mokam was saying from Limbe there. Now you're giving a solution to something going to happen in Douala. Mm-hmm. But I also find it quite strange that somebody should ask on Onpassive or GoFounder to send them $97. And then they will register them, taking their email address without their login word. So how are they going to register them as you were saying, Charles, initially? So I think Mokam should actually contact that person again. This is me playing devil advocate. I come from Limbe and I know what's going to happen. I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. So
yeah.
My assumption is that he's gonna send Mokam the link through his email. Okay. and he's gonna contact Moncam to verify
Thanks.
or register, and then he's gonna use his card to pay for him because obviously Moncam does not have a Visa card. So he just wants to make it faster. So if I were in his shoes, what I would have done is say, send me your email, and then I'll send him the invitation, and then I say, hey, check your email and sign up. After he signs up, I say, check your email and verify. After he verifies, I say, okay, let me pay for you with my card, and you go ahead and send me the money through my lawyer. That's what I would have done. Okay?
Okay.
But yeah, I don't want to get involved in their big business. I don't know what they're, but I was just trying to tell him that there are easier ways to do it. It's just that that's the way his guy chose to do it. Okay.
Yeah. What of the MoneyGram? I mean, we're talking this now generally. I thought you said payments could be made, not you in particular. Somebody had mentioned MoneyGram before. There's MoneyGram in Cameroon. If that is a source of pain.
I'm not sure. I've not seen anybody that has paid. Onpassive, I haven't seen the option for MoneyGram. I've seen money order, okay? Or, not MoneyGram, but money order, okay? And I don't think you guys have it back there.
It's money order, yes, not MoneyGram.
Right.
Okay, money order. We don't have money order there. Okay.
Right. So, and even here, when people pay with money order, I tell them, listen, you can send your money order. It's gonna take some time because you have to mail it first of all, right? Once you mail it, somebody gets it. Somebody has to physically put you in. So the fastest, best way is through credit card or debit card, worst case scenario. But there are other options, like I say.
Okay, thank you. That's just what I was going to check on.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I see Rosalind putting her hand up.
Yeah, Miss Rosalind, you can go ahead. Unmute yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles and Senge, and thank you all to all our wonderful leaders, Marina, and all our African leaders who are putting all the efforts to bring this information to all of us so that we can change our continent. I have two remarks. One, before I forget, the information about the webinars in Cameroon, I heard Senge asking the man from Limbe to send his number so that I can send it to him. But I would plead that they put it on our forum, the Telegram forum, so that many more people can see it, and they have their people in Cameroon and they can quickly send it to them without necessarily calling either Senge or any of the leaders to get the information.
Ms. Rosalind,
yes,
I'm sorry,
please.
it was sent already by Mr. Osong, but hopefully he will give me the information again to send it on Telegram if that's what you want. Thank you so much.
So here's the thing. That guy is not, Rosalind, that Moncam guy is not yet in our Telegram. That's why they're taking his number.
Okay.
We put it on the Telegram chat over and over and over before.
All right. We would like to be seeing more of those meetings. Any meeting that is taking place in Cameroon, they should put it on the Telegram so that we can also do our own part to distribute it as much as possible to others who can join. Then secondly, I just want to make a bit of contribution to the problem the man from Limbe was raising about his registration. I think sometimes because I have done that, when you get people from Cameroon who cannot pay and they want you to help pay, you can even want to work with them while you are online, so that as you are doing the registration, they are checking their emails, but they start complaining, oh, there is no network, I cannot go, I cannot see this, I cannot even open the email to click. And then some of them don't even have the email, and you have to create an email address for them before you do the registration. So I just want to advise that you should contact whosoever was supposed to do that, because once you do that, the advice is that you send all the information to the person. They may even need to send you their email and even their password to the email so that you can log into it and complete the registration quick enough. And then after that, if they care, they can change the password if they fear that they don't want any other person to get their their email password. So I think that if he did not work with the man, if he has not been asked to go to his email, there is no way, then it might either be the man created an email for him and did the complete registration. And in that case, he is supposed to send all the information to him and tell him how to log into his back office with all the password, GoFounders password, the email he has created, and every information. That's the little addition I wanted to make because I have done it to so many people.
Okay, thanks for your input. I think Mr. Monkam seems to me like somebody who is gonna be, because he's already talking to friends, he's somebody who's gonna be very, very good. So he's somebody that needs to go from the get-go. I believe he's capable of having his own email. That person is, the person who is bringing him. If I have somebody like that, I don't want to waste time with them. I want to make sure they get it from day one. So I'm appealing to you founders here, when you have somebody, especially like Rosalind said, she has paid for some people. All of us have done that. You may have a grandmother or somebody who doesn't have internet access, or maybe they're just scared of computer. Then you can do that. But when you have somebody who seems like somebody who's going to build, you want them right away to take action by themselves. You want to really just walk them through what to do, because that's duplication. If you want your team size to grow, you learn to show them how to do it by themselves, and so that they can show the next person and the next person. You don't want to. Yeah, so that's just how it works. Okay, but thanks for your input. Okay, and I see another hand is up, John Menkefo. Do you have a question or a comment? Senge.
Can you open the microphone for him?
Let me see if I can do that for you. Yes, you can unmute yourself, John.
Okay. I just wanted to, following the discussion of the plans, I just wanted to share the sense of Bamenda to say that we start our seminars by teaching, especially the prospects, on how to download Zoom, download Telegram. Many of them sometimes have emails over 1 2 years they've not activated and things like that. So that's always the preliminary that we use. The things that we do before we're talking about Onpassive, because as many people have spoken, the problems are actually real. You have people who complain all the time about data access and all those things. So we really spend a lot of time trying to get them even used to, maybe we use an illustration on our board to show the interface of Zoom and how you can access and maybe get down, get your view and all of those things. Because we do, there are lots and lots of assumptions that because we are in an internet, which at least many people are familiar with it, which is not really true. So that's why I'm trying to say that we spent a lot of time on trying to get people that. I've also to register people out of Bamenda, and you have kind of people that actually, in fact, it's extremely difficult to take because you are explaining somebody, go to your email and check so he doesn't know anything. So that's why we have spent a lot of time on those preliminaries. If we have to make this process really go easy.
John, I think what you're doing is really, it's great because you saw that there was an issue or a problem with a lot of the people from Cameroon or the area. And yeah, it's really good that you are training them. You know, like Charles says, you don't give a man fish, you teach him how to fish. And that's what you're doing. And I'm sure that it's going to help a lot of people. And yeah, it's about, you know, giving of your time, of exactly what you're doing. You're giving of your time to share your knowledge with others and helping them to be equipped going forward. So thank you for that.
There's another hand that just came up. Senge, are you saying it?
Yes, I am. Go ahead. You have is it an email? Akere Arnold.
Arnold.
Go ahead and open the microphone.
Yes, it is to help the man of Nimbe. The man of Nimbe, if he can come to Boya, we have office in Boya.
Oh.
We can help him to make everything
Yeah, the problem is that he has already sent his money to somebody else. So, but just so you know, Mr. Monkam, there's also an office in Boya. And I believe you guys have a meeting once a week, Mr. Akele. You have a webinar once a week, right? Hello?
Yes.
What day and what time do you have your webinar?
Every Thursday at 3:30 to 5:30.
Okay, so I hope Mr. Monkam is listening. So every Thursday, and for those of you in Cameroon, in around Boya, because Limbe is very close to Boya, they have a meeting every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Okay, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Kele, I believe that office is open 5 days a week or 6 days a week just to help founders. You can walk in there and ask your question and have them help you out. True or false? Mr. Kele, is that office open throughout the week for founders who may just want to walk in? Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Every day.
Yes.
Oh.
So you guys are doing a great job, okay? Just
Wow.
I know Joy is the one initiated that, right? Correct? And you are part of the. So you guys are doing a great job, and we commend you for that.
Yeah.
So if you in and around that area, go there and get help. Thanks.
Nice. Awesome. Any other questions? I don't see a hand raised. Mr. Kelly's hand is still up, of course. I think it was. Probably forgot to put it down. Any other questions? I don't think we have any other questions.
All right, then let's make some announcements then. I just put on the group chats today about our meeting on Wednesday. Obviously, we'll have another meeting tomorrow. Obviously, at the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, regular guest webinar. On Wednesday, we just have a special guest webinar, I should say. It's not a full-blown guest webinar. It's just Marina and I trying to put something together to create momentum for our team before launch, before soft launch, okay? And so we're gonna, every week, we'll try to get one very important person from corporate or any top leader with Onpassive to come and give us their perspective of things. So we just ask them a few questions, and so we hear from somebody other than me, other than Marina, okay? And I'm pretty sure, time permitting, you will be able to ask some questions if you want to. But we will conduct the interview. We'll ask some questions to them on your behalf, okay? Questions just to bring some clarity, questions that I see that people are asking all the time. So therefore, it's kind of common so that you hear from somebody who is an expert. This week, we have Mr. Michael Williams, who I believe, other than Ash Mufareh, there's nobody that understands Onpassive compensation more than him. So he's going to come and he's going to talk to us. We're going to ask him some questions and he'll give us some insights. So don't miss out on that. It is open to guests also. So you can bring your guests. They may be confused. So Marina is going to give us a brief overview of the Onpassive opportunity. So they are not totally lost, but it will be enough to whet their appetite. So they can now come to any of our public webinars like the one that's happening the very next day, right? Okay, so just wanted to make that announcement. I don't know if Marina has anything else before Senge wraps this up.
No, I think everyone they're getting it, you know. I've noticed that the questions are getting less and less because the more people attend these webinars, the better understanding they have. And it's just the new members that are coming on that have these questions. And it's great that we can help everyone. And clearly the teams are doing, you know, team leaders are doing a good job in relaying the information to their team. So well done to all of you. And I'm really proud of all the efforts that people are putting in around the world. You know, it's really amazing. And we've really owned it. And you have to treat this business like a super unicorn company, like a multi-billion-dollar business that it is. Don't treat it like the $97 that you're paying, because it's worth so much more. You've got to add a few zeros onto that $97. But yes, I'm looking forward to our meeting on Wednesday with Michael Williams. I think it's going to be a different spin on the way we normally do things. And yeah, he's the mathematician. So if you've got any questions relating to that side of things, we'll be able to ask on the webinar at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So yes, from me, I'm just really blown away by all of you and, the commitment that you've given to this business. And I'm very, very proud of you. From bottom of my heart, I say, well done. And you are, doing a great job. You are changing your family tree and you're changing your community so that everyone can look back and say, look how far we've come since Onpassive has launched, because it's going to be life-changing for a lot of people. So thank you from me, from South Africa, and I look forward to our next meeting. Thank you. Thanks, Charles. And thank you, Senge.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you so much. Mr. Charles, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. One more announcement. Thank you, Marina. One more announcement, real quick. For those of you residing in and around Kaduna State in Nigeria, okay? We have a seminar this Saturday. We're also going to put it on our group chats, all the chats. This Saturday from 10 to noon, okay? And it's going to be at Trophy Hotel, Banawa, Kaduna. We are going to put it on the group chats. This is just for those who maybe are not part of that group chat. In and around Kaduna, okay? Kaduna State. We are having that this Saturday. So you see, we are moving, we are going all over the place. And if you're a leader or you're a founder and you decide to have any one of these meetings, we are encouraging it. We'll announce it, we'll broadcast it for you, and we'll applaud you for it, okay? So do not shy away, just let us know, okay? So I just wanted to make that announcement, and we will put them on all the chat groups. There you have it, Senge.
Mr. Charles, we still in our French webinar this Wednesday too, right? At 2 p.m.?
No, this Wednesday, yes, this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Yes, we believe that will be done by 2 p.m. because we were meeting with Michael Williams at 12:30. Yeah. So we believe by 2 p.m. we will be done. So yes, we're going to have our French webinar this Wednesday.
Okay. All right, great.
Senge,
yes.
Please don't go. That guy called Monkam, Mr. Monkam has not sent his number. So I hope he doesn't get upset if I have not given him anything. Thank you.
Mr. Monkam, are you still there? Let me see if I can open.
You can unmute yourself, Monkam. Monkam.
Mr. Monkam?
Yes. What was he supposed to send to you? What were you supposed to give him, Dr. Bennett?
I was supposed to send him information about the webinar in Bamenda or Yaoundé. I needed him.
He's not the way in Limbe. Why would he want to know about the webinar? I think it's a webinar in Douala.
Well, I don't have his number.
That's fine. I think actually the webinar in Buea is closer to him because he's in Limbe. Okay, they can also go to Douala. So, but he knows to contact the guy who is signing him up so he can get in. And once they get in, he can just be part of our group chat. He's not unmuting himself. I don't know if he's still there.
Yeah. He's there. I mean, I see him. He raised his hands, but
he raised his hand.
Yes. Yeah. Hello.
Mr.
Okay.
Monkam.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just trying to send the number. I mean, send my number.
Are you seeing the chat or are you having challenge? Do you see the chat at the bottom?
I'm seeing a chat here, but this is sent to Folusho.
No. Change it to Benny. Change it to O Dr. Benny. You're gonna see on the group of the participants, there's somebody that says O-Dr. Benny. Send it.
Okay, I've seen it. I'll just send it now.
Then send the number there. She'll get it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I'll send it right.
I see there is a question here from Catherine, I think. Hello, good evening to everyone. Hope you're doing well. I want to thank you all the great presentation. Please, I wish to ask if the launch occurs that your account is not activated after you paid the money, will you still be considered as a founder? Yes, you will, because we'll have proof that you paid, you made the payment while the price was still, once you've made your payment and it's before the date of launch, or say you joined the last day and they said, this is it, no more. You make your payment and you've made a Bitcoin payment or something that's going to take a few days. As long as your payment was made before, that you've got proof that you've made that payment, you will be a founder. Once we launch, there'll be no more founding member positions. But you must remember the price is going up. When we go into soft launch, it's going up to $149. So if you can, rather pay it now, which is $97. If you're paying by card or credit card, it's a $5 admin fee. It's $102. So rather try and do that if you can, because it is the easiest, best way. But I know some of you are challenged and don't have that option. But yes, once you've made the payment, you send us proof. You can send proof if that problem occurs, to say, I've made this payment on time while the launch, before the launch started. That won't be a problem. And then when you pay as a customer and reseller, you'll have a few opportunities after the 7-day free trial is up. We all get a 7-day free trial. But once you're a founder, your position is valid for 1 year from the date we launch. So don't worry about, those are little details that shouldn't concern you now, because hopefully you are or founder or your prospects know that they should rather get in now. Let them save the $53 and pay the $97 now.
Okay, I think part of that question that you just responded to, Marina, I don't even know who asked the question, but the person is saying that their prospect paid with Bitcoin, and then they went behind and re-registered the person and paid extra. And so what you may want to do, who's asking this question? Is it the Wisdom? Is the key person asking the same question? Is that person?
I can't
because
see.
Who was that?
No, it was me. I said I can't see who's actually.
Yeah, it says Wisdom is the key. Somebody asked a question that they registered someone and they paid with Bitcoin and they had to go back because it was not activated. They had to go back and pay. And so is that money ever going to come back? I saw that on the chat.
Okay, I'm now putting my email address in for Bitcoin payment issues, or if your account has not been activated, anything Bitcoin related, please send me an email to that email, to zinzaconcepts@gmail.com, with all your details, the name, well, especially your email. I need the email that you registered with. So name and email, the Bitcoin account you paid from, the wallet address, the Bitcoin wallet address you paid to, plus the proof that the payment was approved and accepted, proof of payment, date and timestamp, all that information in one email. And then I have got a dedicated support person that I can find that payment. Now, if you've paid with Bitcoin and you paid with card, so you would have been activated then already, so you've made a double payment, we would have to ask for a refund and just state that this is what you've done, that you paid with the card, and that you've now got a double payment on that account. It's quite simple to sort out, but we just need all that information in one email. And don't write a long story, just the facts, please. And we'll get it sorted out for you. Thanks.
Okay. Hope we've gotten to everybody, unless it's and that's one of the things we do. We are devoted to make sure everybody gets their answers to whatever questions they may have. Okay. So I saw something just flew in the chat.
Yeah, Okoya. I don't know how to pronounce that. What you will have to do, depending on who they registered under, but at the moment, Corinne Isabella Mikes on the Leadership Council, she's handling sponsor change. Please find her email address in the Leadership Council under our leaders. She's one of the first 3 that come up because of her name. And scroll down to the bottom, you'll see her email address. Just copy and paste that email address. Send that email to her to say, this is the current sponsor. But generally what you need to do is ask that current sponsor to please release them from your team, release you from their team. But they need to send a supporter message to do that, because that's the one thing that if it's because if everybody could just register under any sponsor, we'd all be changing our sponsors and saying, I want to be under Charles Asong, I want to be under Senge, I want to be under Michael, I want to be under whoever. So it's misunderstand from the Onpassive point of view. It's they've made it quite tricky to change it. But when you've got proof that this is your son, and that you've sent the link and they registered under the wrong person, It's normally not a problem unless the sponsor they currently signed up under just says no. That could be a problem. But Corinne Isabella Mikes, she's handling all those cases. I'm handling Bitcoin. Between Susie and Dan Street, they're handling the Cash App problems, and Corinne's handling all the incorrect sponsor issues. Thanks.
All right. Any other question? If not, Senge, can you wrap this up?
I know. Thank you so much, Marina, for that information. I think we needed to actually hear that. It's very important. Thank you, Mr. Charles. If you're a guest on this webinar, I want to let you know one thing. I think Mr. Charles always says it, but I always like to reiterate the fact that the information has been given to you and it's up to you to make that informed decision, right? That said, I want to thank you for being on board as usual. Tomorrow we have a webinar at the same time at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And on Wednesday, don't forget the rendezvous at 12:30 with a corporate leader who's going to be here to answer your questions. That said, have a great day and see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you all.